Go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Strong Style Fashion!
Yay!
If you're new here, hi, I'm Melball, and I like watching Japanese wrestling and dressing up. And Strong Style Fashion lets me do both, from the ring to my closet to the great outdoors. So far, I've done cute glam with Tam Nakano, I've done cute jock with Junta Miyawaki, I've even done K-pop boy band with Seth Rollins, but today I've got something different for you planned. But before I get into the look, I need you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you can be alerted every time we drop a new video. So without further ado, let's get into who I'm styling myself after today. This week, I asked my good friend and trusted colleague, the one and only overlord, Mr. Bobby Money Munson, to provide me with some inspiration for my look, and his choice was someone near and dear to his heart, the one-of-a-kind beauty, Luna Vachon. When I think about Luna, I think about her time with Goldberg in the 90s. I think about her showing off her build, big hair, big volume, black gear, kind of bondage-esque, her trademark sneer, and very nice red lips along with chains and silver and fishnets. I want to build this outfit around this pair of leggings from Shein that have fun lace-up slits in the front. And I'm going to pair it with a black top also from Shein. And also this bondage-esque halter thingy that goes up and around the shoulders, around the waist to go with the look. So let's move on to the makeup. While I do my base, let's briefly talk about Luna's career. So Luna grew up around wrestling because of her family, and despite many people trying to dissuade her, she continued to train under her Aunt Vivian and the fabulous Moolah. She would debut in FCW as a soft-spoken reporter who snaps after being mistreated and turning into Luna Vachon with her trademark half-shaved head and sneer. Luna would also travel to Puerto Rico and Japan in this time, where her father, Butcher Vachon, would manage her. In the early 90s, Luna would do a lot of management with the Blackhearts in UWF and AJPW, as well as wrestle, commentary, and booking for Wild Women of Wrestling. WWE would hire her for the first time in 1993 as a manager to Shawn Michaels, as his former manager, Sensational Sherry, was his opponent taking on Tatanka. To continue that feud, Bam Bam Bigelow and her had a love angle, which later turned into a love triangle that resulted in some interesting story at that time. Luna would feud with old rival Medusa, aka Alundra Blaze, before leaving the WWE. Luna would then join ECW, joining Tommy Dreamer to combat Raven and his crew, which included her husband at the time, the vampire warrior Gangrel. In '94, Luna was the second woman to be included in the coveted PWI 500 list. Luna popped up briefly in 1997 in WCW to feud with Medusa again, dominating her every step of the way. In 1997, she would return to the WWE as a manager to Goldust and doing the most outlandish things. Luna would eventually end up feuding with Sable, which is said not to be entirely kayfabe, and resulted in matches like mixed tag matches and evening gown matches. After feuding briefly with Jacqueline before once again feuding with Sable, which resulted in a leather strap contest, however, an obsessed fan who ended up being Diva Tori cost Luna the championship. Luna would challenge Ivory for her championship, however, she did lose in a hardcore match to Ivory. Luna would then spend time with Gangrel wrestling in mixed tag matches. At this point, it said that there was some dissatisfaction backstage over the over-sexualization of the women's division at the time, and Luna refused to disrobe during a swimsuit contest. Luna left the WWE early 2000 and worked on the indie scene in the US, UK, Puerto Rico, and Europe for 7 years before retiring as the GLCW Women's Champion. Sadly, Luna passed away in August of 2010 of a drug overdose, and the WWE posthumously inducted her into the Hall of Fame Legacy Wing in 2019, into the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2020, and to the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2023. If you or someone you know is suffering with drug or alcohol abuse, please do not hesitate to call any of your local support pictured here. For the eye makeup, I'm going to put a light shadow in the shade Rooftop from my Tarte Pineapple palette on my lid to my eyebrow. I'm then going to add the transition color Shadow Play from KVD Cosmetics, and then I'll deepen the shadow with the shade Sombre, also from KVD Cosmetics. I'm going to add some highlighter from my Becca Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Pearl over the lids, just because. I'll also add, as per my usual self, a long winged liner with a black liner from the brand NYX, as well as add some lines on my face on my left eye to add that pop of blue that Luna also would have spontaneously in the 90s. I'm also going to add several stud gems over my eyes to mimic piercings, and also a few tiny ones in the inner corner just for a little something something. For the lips, Luna always seemed to have this really great matte red lip going on, so I'm going to pray to the lipstick godsend that I stay inside the lines of my lips and use this really nice lip stain marker from Glam in the shade Pure Love. For the hair, I'm going to put my hair in several small braids the day before, and then I'm going to unbraid them and comb through them to get that 80s, 90s-esque volume, and then put some of it up in a little ponytail. Now let's put it all together. First the pants, followed by the top, and then the harness. Now to accessorize with some fun chain bracelets, some leather bracelets, and of course I can't leave the house without my Made by Presley, Melball, and Girl Power custom bracelets. I'm also going to add a bunch of rings because why the heck not? And then I'm also going to finish this look off with this amazing pair of black leather ankly booty thingamajiggies. I have a lot of little silver ruddy thingies on them. Here's the final look. What do you guys think? I feel like a classic Dami mommy in this, like the precursor to Rhea Ripley, the precursor to China. I love it. So that brings us to the end of this episode of Strong Style Fashion. You guys, thank you so much for sticking around to see the final reveal. I'm off to the Horde member Mike's house because we are going to be watching SummerSlam Night 1. But before you get out of here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to OLE, and turn on those notifications to be alerted every time we drop a new video. And if you want a daily dose of Melball, you can catch me on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can catch me on everything else, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. Thank you so much for sticking around, you guys, and that all being said, I am your Melball. Matane! Mwah!
Bang, bang, bang.